Hello everyone. This is the latest dev update for Pixling World. So I have a couple of new cool things here. So first of all, I've changed how the system works a little bit for the different features of a Pixling. So if we select one of them here, and we give it a second because it's a bit slow right now, we can see that I've changed the features here so that they each have a weight. And the way it works is that each of the features are actually kind of like a physical reality. Like the foliage on top of him, it's actually got a volume and a weight. And the mouth is also like an imaginary 3D object with a volume and a mass. And this is actually what constrains the growth of a pixeling. So the more features they have and the bigger they are, the more costly it is going to be for it to grow these features. And that's the only constraint for the pixeling. So you can really, in theory, they could grow like an enormous mouth. It's just that the mouth would be very heavy. But you do see some pixelings get pretty big. Like over here we have a couple of pixelings, and they do get pretty interesting looks from this. Like these guys seem to have adopted to be really able to survive. Sometimes there are floodings, so there's a benefit to having like these long legs. And you can see that in let's give this a second. In this case, this pixeling's foliage is actually really quite expensive, but also the roots are quite heavy. The foliage is at 800 kilos and the roots are at 400 kilos out of a total of 1,600 kilos. So that's one of the updates, and the reason I wanted to implement this is because previously I didn't really see the animal pixelings losing, like they would have the foliage of the plants, the little thing on top here, and it's only useful for plants because the plants use the foliage to produce photosynthesis, and the animals didn't seem to lose it, but now the animals actually seem to get at least less of it. Like this guy has almost lost his little foliage thing on top here. So I think it seems to be working out that the cost of the features are now more appropriate. So that's one of the features. The other one I wanted to show quickly is that you can now actually go into a lot of the properties of a pixeling. So if we click this button here, you can see a lot of different values here. So for instance, we have like has legs, true, legs count and the mass of the legs, and you can even see how these values are being calculated by clicking this button. So we can see, can move, okay, it needs to be an animal, it needs to be alive, and it needs to be not taking one of these two actions. So it's you can really get like an idea of all of the different properties of this pixeling and how they are affecting each other. And you can even see it for the ancestors of this pixeling. So you can see how things have changed over time. For instance, if we go to the, let's see if we can find the genes here. Let's see here. Yeah, so here are kind of like the genes of a pixeling. So we can see that over time, the claw gene changed a little bit here, and this is something pretty useful, I think, for getting more information about pixelings. And the other cool thing that is now out is that you can even get graphs for all of these different properties. So all of the ones you saw before, they are available in this list of properties that you can build graphs with, and you can add as many graphs as you want, and you could choose like any property. For instance, the mouth elevation we could do the maximum and only for pixelings that are attacking. And then if we run this a few times, we'll get a value for this. And with time, you would get a graph here as well. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the latest updates. Oh yeah, one more thing. Pixling World is now, there's a Steam page for Pixling World. So you can go there and wishlist it if you wish. And yeah, just check out the page. And eventually that's where Pixling World will be available for purchase. So yeah, thank you everyone for listening and have a good day.